Strange Block Beats.
Thank God, cause he the greatest. Make a prayer for a hater. Yeah, we break bread, it's in our favor. You get theirs in your nature, you better take care of your neighbor. I'm too black to be loved, I'm too black to have trust. I'm too black to be human, I'm too black to have blood. I'm too black for respect, oh I'm too black to discuss. You know I'm black so I'm strong, so I'm too black to give up. I'm black enough for your laws and black enough for your judge. Black enough for your system, I'm black enough for your grudge. Black enough for your hatred, I'm black enough to corrupt. I'm black enough to be happy, not black enough to have love. Am I too black to be fed? Am I too black to be held? healthy? Am I too black to be rich? Am I too black to be wealthy? Am I too black to be proud? Or I'm too black to be honest, maybe too black to have dreams. Oh, I'm too black to have promise. I'm black enough for your lie. Oh, I'm too black for your truth. I'm way too black for the president, black enough for the truth. I'm black enough for the boots, but I'm too black for a suit. Am I too black you just saw too? He too black you just shoot. I'm black enough to know me, you black enough to know you, and we too black to both know that what they say it ain't true. They put the lie in the lights, you find the truth in the dark. Might have a blood of the slave, but got the heart of a God. I'm black enough to know me, you black enough to know you, and we too black to both know that what they say it ain't true. They put the lies in the light, you find the truth in the dark. Might got the blood of the slave, but got the heart of a God. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Big salute, family. Big salute. How y'all doing this evening? This is your brother K. Judah. I got Elder Barawak with me and Elder Yashia. Giving our praise to Yahweh and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, we say peace and blessings. As you see the title, The Secret Origin of Melanin. The Secret Origin of Melanin, family. I'm going to turn it over to Elder Barawak and Elder Yashia. Shalom, family. Elder Barawak.
Hallelujah, all praises. Definitely want to thank K. Judah again for allowing us on this platform. I want to say shalom to everybody that's in the chat. The mods, especially the doing their jobs in the chat. Definitely say shalom to Brother Shawsham, who definitely, brother, I heard a touching story. Family, my brother, definitely lift you up in prayer and your family, my brother, and I pray that your pops gets better. Truly, on behalf of Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. Also, I want to say, everybody, keep the people in LA in your prayers as well. A lot of people out there, families, lost everything they had. I was just speaking to another brother. Sometimes, Yahweh allows things to happen. We can't say exactly what it is. A lot of people got different theories of judgment. But one thing about it, it all falls in the hands of Yahweh. He knows best. But we definitely need to keep the people who lost everything, loved ones in LA, definitely for that. So with that being said, family, definitely a blessing to be back here again and see all the familiar names in the chat. And definitely, Israel, we need to keep striving and keep fighting. Oh, one more thing, K. Judah, that video you and Shawsham made was really touching, man, because I went through that as well. And one of the things that I struggle with that is me being in the truth for so long. I was in the truth, but I wasn't in the truth, right? So just a real quick synopsis. What I mean by that is,
Yes, sir.
I was telling everybody that I was in the truth, but I wasn't walking like I was in the truth. And when we present this information to our family members, we got to be a light to them as well. I mean, they call us all these different names and cults and all this stuff, but if we not at least being a light and showing them how to walk, then we in this truth for nothing, and and we have to definitely be an example of how we keep the Sabbath, how we keep the feast days, our character, our hearts. It shouldn't be, strife towards people and disrespectful. And all that is being a light, and we have to be strong. And like K. Judah said, we got to distance ourselves from mother on down, grandma, because they don't accept it. Then that's what we have to do. But I guarantee you this, these last 8 years that I've changed my walk and my character, everybody that wants to see me works around my schedule now, dealing with Yahweh's calendar.
Hallelujah.
They're going to say, hey, we cooking out on Sunday. We know it's the Sabbath. So we ain't going to have no pork and none of this, so they know once you a light to your family and they see that you you are definitely what you say you is, and your walk is showing it. They'll come around. They'll
That's
come around.
facts. Facts.
All this. That being said, I yield.
Already.
Shalom, shalom. I'm just agreeing with everything Barrel Walk said, especially for the young brother Shasham and what he's going through with the family. Our prayers and everything going out for you, brother, and your family. So there's that. All of us should be in agreement with that. Been an eventful day. We had a couple of good studies earlier in the day. Glad to see everybody over there to get some what we would call getting fed today, I guess. It's been a really good day. But we got a whole nother monster tonight, and we need to deal with it. It's been in our manuscripts. Or I just saw your email, your comment. You said you know it. That's funny. Yeah, thank you. So we gonna deal with the secret origin of melanin, and we already got some stuff lined up already waiting on for K Judah platform. I'm sure y'all gonna probably like it. Right now, let me make a statement of fact. And so we see how mankind would tell us that the Hebrews did this and they did that when it comes to our genealogical records, right? And probably, I would say this, when we get outside of the Torah, right? The records they kept them concise as much as they could, but we know that the genealogy records in the Torah are accurate. In fact, the scriptures teach us in Psalms 19, 7 through 9, I believe it's Acts 22, verse 3 and 4, James 1:25. They witness that the Torah is perfect. So when we look at the Enoch, which is what we're going to primarily come out of tonight, it tells you, it goes by the genealogy that's provided in the Torah, but more importantly, the book of division of days and times, jubilees. So that document, that Hebrew document, it gives us a clearer purview of why there seems to be a discrepancy in Genesis chapter 11 and Luke chapter 3. And this lets you know also that this is one of the ways you can tell that it's been a whole big lie about the New Testament being written in Greek, because Luke chapter 3, it places back in the genealogy the generation that was stricken because of the incident with the teachings of the Watchers. So we'll get to that probably later in this teaching. Right now, we're going to start off. We're going to read deal with the Genesis Apocryphon. It is been carbon dated to the 2nd century BC. So this makes it about 2,200 plus years ago. And it's titled, and I think Sagala gonna start posting this stuff in the chat. It's 1QAP Genesis or 1Q20. And let me just tell y'all what it entails, because they didn't give it. We don't have the beginning of it. I think we started at like column 16, but what you're gonna get in the Genesis Apocryphon is a much more vivid description of what's going on during creation at a certain point. And so that leads me, a person that has studied these scrolls for a few decades plus, to envision that it had to, if this is column, I believe it's 16. I'm not looking at no notes or nothing. I'm just going off the head. And so with all of what's in there from what we're being provided, it had to have been accompanied by a much more detailed description of creation than what is given to us in the book of Genesis. In other words, anybody that has read any of our historical books, one of my highlight is Josephus. Anybody that has read Josephus, and I know people get some issues with certain things, right? But you start reading Josephus, and a person that is studied or is in the midst of becoming well studied, one of the first things you're going to ask yourself, probably, this is what happened with me a lot of years ago. Where did he get all of this information from? Because this ain't in Genesis. Where is all this coming from? So instead of me thinking that it was something wrong that he was doing wrong or trying to add to or take away, immediately the first thing that came in my head is I started wondering if the scroll or the manuscript they used for the King James Bible for Genesis, if that was the scroll that they was reading from in the temple. I shared this with Barry Rock a lot of years ago. I don't think that what we got in the King James Bible is what they was reading to our ancestors. And it's also other writings that we'll deal with when we get there. But I'm almost positive it doesn't make sense that the more detailed and envisioned scroll would not be the one that they was putting in the temple for Israel. Now, if y'all take into account that in first or second Ezra chapter 14, it tells you that they had writings that they was in fact, can we go to second Ezra 14? Yeah, I want to read this so people can understand what I'm saying clearly. This is crazy. It's the best chat that I have dealt with since I've been home, by far. Very respectful. They ask questions. They want to learn. Very good chat.
You said second Ezra?
14, chapter 14. It's near the bottom.
Yeah, I got it up, K. Judah. I think, I don't know. You got to hit the screen.
Yeah,
see it?
it's up. Yeah, it's up there.
Okay.
That's it.
Chapter 14.
Right.
Okay.
All right, let's shoot down towards the bottom. I'm gonna give y'all a teaching on this eventually. Second Ezra. For everybody that's listening, all y'all in the chat, because y'all like stuff. It was more than one revelation, one burning bush revelation. Let's just say that. It's in Ezra. I'll show it to y'all at another date. Get y'all throw something together for y'all. This is a great chapter to study out of. Scroll down some more, bro. I think it's around verse 44 or something like that. If it's that many verses. Yeah. All right, slow down. Let me see. All right. So this is when Ezra gets this revelation in the burning bush, right? It's in this chapter. And so they said that it's right here, it says 204 books. In some renderings of this book, it says 94 books. I'm not sure about that, which one it would be, but it makes sense that it was more. It was 94. I think that 204 might be some sort of translation issue, but it says I want the brother to read down from verse 44 down.
This is second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 44. In 40 days, they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days was filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, published openly.
Hold on 1 second. Now, here's something that I want y'all to meditate on, because it's some similarities. And I know they say that this is carbon dated 300 AD or something like that, 300 CE. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe the manuscript that they found was carbon dated, but when I'm reading Josephus, he said that it was more than he got more than one book. That's just me just telling y'all what I've read. And so here's another similarity. It's a burning bush. He was up there 40 days, right? Books was written. It's saying 204 right here, but it says publish these openly. Publish these openly. Watch this. The first that thou hast written, go ahead, watch this.
The first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and the unworthy may read it.
Come on.
But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people.
Watch this. Wow. I'm finna share something with y'all. Come on.
For in them, in the spring of understanding, the fountains of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so.
Ain't nobody arguing. Now watch this. Watch how this fill out. This is a ode to y'all in the chat, because y'all worthy, right? Y'all study. I just got through talking about y'all. This is an ode to y'all, and so y'all wanna learn. Y'all wanna grow. Y'all wanna understand y'all culture, y'all history. Y'all wanna know these scriptures. So the reason why I'm telling y'all that it's 94, it's a reason why. Because in the other publishings of this, it says 94 first and foremost. But he said 70 set aside. That means if it was 94, that 24 books got published, right? Oh, for the open, right? Do y'all know the original count of the Old Testament? Look at this. It's 5 books, right? In the Torah, right? That's 5 books, right? We agree?
Absolutely.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Joshua, right?
Mm-hmm.
Judges, it's believed Judges and Ruth is one book, right? Watch this. When you read it, remember we did the teaching, and you've seen it was just an overlay. But watch this. Let's just say that's 7 books, right? Then what comes next? Y'all know about Jerome, the Catholic monk, how he divided Samuel into 1st and 2nd Samuel, right? And how he divided Kings into 1st and 2nd Kings, and how he divided Chronicles into 1st and 2nd Chronicles. So if we look back, that's the 5 books of the Torah, that's 5. That's Joshua, that's 6. If we say Judges and Ruth is 7, that means Samuel, Kings, and Chronicles, 8, 9, 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's next? What's the next book after that? We got some shy people out here now, y'all. Come on, give me a hand.
You talking about after Chronicles?
Yeah, what comes next?
Oh, Ezra.
But Ezra and Nehemiah is one book. They divided that too. So how many? What's y'all count? 11, right?
11.
Let's say Esther's 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Job is 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Psalms is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs is 15.
Ecclesiastes
16. Song of Solomon 17. Isaiah 18. Jeremiah and Lamentations 19.
Ezekiel
20.
Daniel
21. And y'all understand that the so-called minor prophets is one writing. When they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, one scroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 22 books from the Old Testament. Not what the Gentiles got listed. Now, just hold on a second. But even Josephus said it's 24. So what do y'all think the other 2 books might be? Now I can tell y'all what I know. Or y'all can try to figure out there's 2 more books somewhere. What if, I'm just saying, what if? I just want y'all to think, because ain't nobody putting nothing in the chat, so don't attack me when I make this statement. What if Jubilees is 23, and what if Enoch is 24? They mentioned in the Bible enough. I'm just saying.
I was just about to say that. It's mentioned in the Bible.
No confusion. Y'all know K. Judah finna, all he gonna do is grin and laugh like he don't know what's going on. but
Mm-hmm.
24.
Mm-hmm.
This is just something for y'all to meditate on. Now, it's 70 other books or writings left, though. Remember, the things that's detailed in Ezra's, it wasn't no New Testament yet. What is these 70 books that they talking about? Anybody meditate on that? All right, so I just wanted to put that out there so y'all will understand what's going on, because we're coming out the Genesis Apocryphon now. A high writing. All right. So give me a second, Cigar, before you throw them in the so the Genesis Apocryphon has been carbon dated to the 2nd century BC. It's the source material in there is much more ancient. That's not even something to attest to. But then we got another book, 4Q 201, 202, 204 through 212. This is the oldest dating for the Enoch fragments. So they go back to the 2nd century BC, according to the so-called experts. Then we got some more writings. 1Q19, 1Q19 BIS, 4Q 534 through 536, and 6Q8 and 19. That's the book of Noah. I'm going here for a reason, using these specific scrolls. Now, go to Enoch chapter 106. Now we can start dancing. What I'm showing you, I want to show y'all real briefly, is we got some ancient books. Our writings is ancient. We don't take nothing as when we can put it or hold it up to the standard of Scripture that's after 90 AD. That's something that y'all might want to rehearse when we trying to figure out, well, what do we consider? If it's after Revelations, you might not want to hold it to the standard of Scripture. Enoch chapter 106, verse 1. Oh, this one go to 105, right? Let's try 105.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, we gotta line it up and see.
All right, that's fine. Man, I keep doing this. Bear Walk gonna kill me. Let's try 105.
Okay, and what verse?
1.
Okay.
She'll be talking about Enoch, Mathusala. All right. Come on, K. Judah. First one down.
This is Enoch, chapter 105 and verse 1. And it reads, after a time, my son Mathusala took a wife for his son Lamech.
Hold on 1 second. Now let's just break this down so we all on the same page. Methuselah's father is Enoch.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody pay attention now. This makes him, Enoch, the grandfather of Lamech, who happens to be the father of Noah. This makes Enoch Noah's great grandfather.
Absolutely.
Pay attention. We all on the same page now. Verse 2.
Verse 2. She became pregnant by him and brought forth a child, the flesh of which was as white as snow.
This is what, now, let me share this with y'all. This is what they translated it as in this writing for some reason. But I always tell everybody, if you want to be in tune with Enoch, Jubilees, any of these books, get a pseudepigrapher from the original geese, and it's going to start, you're going to notice that this ain't in there. This is a newer translation. When you translate it, when you see the geese translation, white as snow ain't in there. It don't say that. It says something different. All right, come on.
Which was white as snow and red as a rose. The hair of the sun, the whole house abounded with light. And when he was taken,
hold on, okay, Judah, back up to the hair of you missed something.
Okay, I got it. The hair of whose head was white like wool.
Now hold on. I'm gonna share something else with y'all because I get all this stuff. I've been collecting this stuff for a lot of years. Where it says the hair whose head was white like wool, it actually says in the pseudepigrapha, the version that they should have used instead of they made their own translation. This is what they do. It says he had a afro, a white afro. Y'all meditate on what I just told y'all. Bear witness to this. I don't know who got a pseudepigrapha copy, but when you got the pseudepigrapha copy, you look down in the columns, and it tells you it's going to have a bunch of letters, and each letter is going to have something next to it, and it's going to tell you what it originally said, and then you'll see that the deception does not end with the Leningrad Codex translation. They're doing it everywhere, and truthfully, this teaching is going to be something that everybody should take heed to because, well, you know what? I just let y'all figure this out at the end yourself. I ain't gonna say. Go ahead, brother.
Whose head was white like wool and long, and whose eyes was beautiful when he opened them. He illuminated all the house like the sun. The whole house abounded with light. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwife.
Hold on 1 second, Judah. Now I want to make a scientific statement because we got a lot of people in this chat. Y'all study, y'all into everything like science and stuff. Prior to the 4th glacial epoch, and this is according to modern science, almost practically all qualified experts believe that the Negroid species was the only humans on Earth, which means that that's how mankind originally looked. This is science now, and science getting ready to back up what I'm getting ready to show y'all in this teaching. Enoch 106 verse 3 now. Remember that 4th glacial epoch. Remember that so y'all can go back and research it and make sure I'm telling y'all the truth.
So Elder Yashia, you mean to tell me this also bags up that the original Medes and the Persians also looked like the children of Israel at that time?
Yeah, they got that on the palace of Susa. The archers in the Elamite war, they dark, real dark. They look at me like I'm crazy. Like, man, what you have? Where you mix something? They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm too light.
Said Enoch 105 is the last chapter. Huh?
Right, we know that. Wait, you the one changed from it. We had it on.
What you told me? Oh, my bad. Okay. Sound like you said something else.
Nah, I ain't said nothing. So, to attest to what K. Judah said, I'm gonna say some. Not only is science saying that they was the only people on the earth, but you know that in the ancient world, over in India, they got pictures. It's all kind of artifacts that attest to this. What I'm about to say is just a fact. It ain't got nothing to do with us. I'm not biased about nothing. I don't care what your complexion is, right? That's, we all here for a reason, so one or another. But they got a artifact. They got a statue called the Little Dancing Girl over there in that they got out of Harappa over in what's ancient one of the ancient names for India, the area over there. And you see that clearly she looks like somebody that comes what they would call African. Ain't nobody arguing about none of that. That's ancient India. I'm telling y'all that the whole ancient world, India, all that place, all the way to Africa. And some people believe in America, but I just can't find the artifacts old enough to stamp that. And I've been looking. They was all dark. Now, something was going on up in Europe where the people was not, they wasn't dark no more when they came back onto the scene. Let's put it like that. Originally, because we read now, we studying. This is what we're here for. We're going to make it's only 2 hypotheses because it wasn't no separate creation. That's what, you hear me, K. Judah?
Already.
It wasn't no 2 different creations where he created one group dark and one group it wasn't dark. That didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times y'all got to understand when people start telling y'all what to read and what scripture, it's an underlying reason why besides the truth. Because the last I checked in Deuteronomy 17, he said that the children of Israel, the priests, they are the ones that determine what scripture is. They're the ones that, and it's also in the book of John, and they are the ones that do the copies and translate. So when the Gentiles got in place, it was a lot of stuff there that wasn't lawful. So y'all just meditate on that. Watch this. Come on. We finna get some more truth now. We're gonna take our time. Just I ain't gonna rush. Come on.
Want me to pick back up where I was, right?
Absolutely. You know what you're doing.
Verse 3 again. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwives, opening also his mouth, he spoke to the Lord of righteousness. Then Lamech, his father, was afraid of him, and flying away, came to his own father Mathusala.
What that mean? Hold on, KJ. What that mean, flying away?
That means he took out running.
Woo, come on.
And came to his own father Mathusala and said, our begotten son, unlike the other children, he is not human, but resembling the offspring of the angels of heaven, is of a different nature from ours, being altogether unlike to us.
What do that mean? They say he don't look like the rest of us. They talking about, now they the ones put white as snow up here instead of what it originally said, right? But if he white as snow, and now Lamech is saying, man, he don't look like the rest of us. He look different. He got an afro. I gave y'all that. If y'all want me to give y'all the rest of it, type ones in the chat and I'll give y'all the rest. But we got an ancient manuscript here that's saying Noah didn't look like everybody else. And they saying in verse 1, Noah was white. So now my question to everybody that's in the chat, and this is science. This ain't got nothing to do with no bias or none of that. It don't matter to me how a person look. I'm just, I'm pro-Israelite, but I'm not against nobody else. If y'all understand what I'm saying? This is what we don't came up with. This is what we seeing right here. If he was white, as this is saying, and then Methuselah or Lamech is saying, hey, he don't look like the rest of us. I don't think he might not be my child. He might be from the angels or something like that. And just so y'all know, it don't say white. It says bright. Just says bright. He say he resembles the offspring of the angels. Who's the offsprings of the angels? Them was the giants. The giants did not feel, the giants did not Nephilim and the Eli. Oh, remember that? In Jubilees chapter 7, verse 22 and 23. Remember that? We all been together on this walk over here on K Judah. Now we done been over that.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's saying that the monstrosities was pale. That's what he's saying. If we read this right. And he's saying he don't look like us. Now the question now gotta be for everybody that's in the chat. How did everybody else look? Was they all dark? All I did was ask a question. I just like y'all to think. I don't want to tell y'all what I know. I want to know what y'all think. Verse 4.
Yeah, can I say this?
Come on in.
I just want y'all to pay attention to verse 3. Because when a lot of people read Enoch, they said that he resembled the angels. No, it say he resembled the offspring of the angels. And we know what that offspring was according to Enoch. So this is not saying the angels are white. Because that's what people say. Look, man, it say the offspring of them. Gotta pay attention to everything.
Great point, man.
That's super high right there.
Great point, yeah. Because that's what they teach. You're right. Reading and comprehension.
Y'all got to meditate now. He just gave y'all some science right there. But the part that is even more is now, I'm not going to say disturbing, but more enlightening if they saying, if somebody want to come and argue that it do say he was white, right in verse 2, all I'm asking is, well, how did everybody else look? All I want y'all to do is meditate on that. You can drive now, K. Judah. We finna lay this lick down right here.
Verse 4. His eyes are bright as the rays of the sun, his countenance glorious, and his looks not as if he belonged to me, but to the angels.
Wow, where's he getting this from? Where's he getting this from? A lot of people ain't meditating. They was around during the time when the watchers was coming down and stuff. They know how they look. They know how their offspring look. They was around.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, ain't nobody meditating on this. This before the flood. I can tell y'all with specific exactness right now. This is 1,056 years after creation. I can tell y'all and show y'all real quick. And so could all of y'all. If y'all studied any of them timeline teachings, I'm willing to bet y'all Oracle 007, the Oracle, K2, all y'all know that Methuselah died the year of the flood, that Lamech died 5 years before the flood. And I'm just using them two. I'm just using 1,656 years after creation, Methuselah died. 1,651 years after creation, Lamech died. That's recorded in the scriptures.
Absolutely.
So we're not making none of this up. That's why I gave y'all these timelines so y'all to know where this is at. The flood ain't took place yet. This 1,056 years. Noah just born now. All right, watch this.
Verse 5. I am afraid lest something miraculous should take place on earth in his days. And now, my father, let me entreat.
Let me ask you this. Hold on, K2. This is crazy. So Noah don't look like everybody else, right? Lamech, his father, talking about, man, I'm scared. Something else getting ready to happen in his days on the earth. What is he talking about? Come on.
And now, my father, let me entreat and request you to go to our progenitor Enoch and to learn from him the truth. For his residence is with the angels.
Hold on now. So I don't want nobody getting lost right here. Let me do a little narrating here. If y'all don't agree, y'all have every right to ask y'all questions. But it looks like to me, that he might be challenging the paternity of this child. That's what it looks like to me. This is gonna let y'all know that the Dead Sea Scrolls is, man, they so like that. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. The Dead Sea Scrolls is for Israelites and believers that's looking to become more spiritual. It's going to enhance you exponentially spiritually. Remember this argument right here. Please remember this argument. He's now questioning the parentage of this child. And something else I want to point out in verse 6 that K. Judah just read. Do y'all notice that our ancient ancestors, they always went back to the generations before them to seek knowledge? The problem going on now, even in our communities, I'm starting to notice this on the social media and stuff. They setting up like a young Hebrew Israelite movement where they don't want to listen to the elders. They got their own thing now. Y'all better sit y'all little tail down so y'all can learn something and get what we got to offer y'all. We don't need this is how we are divided now. Everybody ain't, you're not mature enough to teach until you're 30 years old in the first place. So we ain't gonna start doing nothing new. So y'all point out this and this wrong and pork wrong. Well, who do y'all have teaching y'all? Where y'all getting that from? And why do we need to be in y'all age group? And this is unheard of in Israelite culture. The last time that happened, we broke off into two kingdoms. Remember, Rehoboam listened to the men that growed up with him. He wouldn't listen to the elders that was under his father Solomon. And look what happened. Just pay attention now. We're gonna kick some stuff at y'all. Y'all don't pay no attention to K. Duty because all he gonna do is act like he don't know what's going on. Come on.
I got another nugget.
Come on.
Enoch is the father of Methuselah. Methuselah is the father of Lamech. And Lamech had Noah, right? we know that Enoch was taken. He just told him your father's residence is with who? The angels.
Mm-hmm.
He gone at this time, family. He was taken, y'all remember. But his son still able to go to him because he never died. He didn't cross over to where the dead know nothing. This man is still alive.
This is preach.
He's still alive.
Preach.
Verse 6. And now, my father, let me entreat and request you to go to our progenitor Enoch and to learn from him the truth, for his residence is with the angels. When Mathusala heard the words of his son, he came to me at the extremities of the earth. For
hold on, Judah, you going crazy on here tonight. Wait a minute. Where the residence of the angels at? They saying the extremities of the earth. We need to, man, you know, I always ask this question. Now, it'd be a lot of stuff going on. They talking about stuff over in Antarctica. They can't find stuff and bottom of the, it's all kind of stuff. Where is the extremities of the earth? We gotta pay attention. Y'all, this is a sharp chat we got here. Where I'm listening to this, I'm writing down notes. Wait a minute, where are the extremities? What is this talking about? Watch this.
The extremities of the earth. For he had been informed that I was there, and he cried out. I heard his voice and went to him, saying, Behold, I am here, my son, since thou art come to me. He answered and said, On account of a great event have I come to thee, and on account of a sight difficult to be comprehended have I approached thee.
Stop, K-Judah. Wait a minute. Now this got to get chopped up right here. Wait a minute. They checking the DNA. They serious. Now listen. If Methuselah hear the words, right? Now he's saying he heard the voice. Whose voice is he talking about? Is he talking about Enoch? And why didn't he see him? What was going on where he couldn't see him, but he could hear him? That's one.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
one.
Facts.
Y'all got to look at what's going on right here. He said he done came to me. Now look, it's some more stuff in here though. I need y'all to meditate and watch with me, read with me. What great event is causing him to come to him? He said it's difficult to comprehend. What is difficult to comprehend? What is this whole thing about? Why don't he believe? Why do they got to go to Enoch? Read verse 2 again.
And I know what that event is. I'm just not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'll let the audience get it.
We just read. All we got to do is read.
That's right. Verse 2 again. She became pregnant by him and brought forth a child, the flesh of which was white as snow.
Stop. This is crazy. Chat, is y'all with me? Everybody in the chat, I don't care how you look. You can be green. Now we reading this. Remember what the name of the teaching is. The secret origin of melanin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this teaching is called. Now watch something. K-Duda, can you put that Genesis Apocryphon slide up on the...
Yes, I got you right now.
Watch this. I'm going to let K-Duda read it. We're going to read it together. I'm finna show y'all how cold the Dead Sea Scrolls is. Man, this stuff is nuts right here. People ain't reading this. They the ones trying to insert something, trying to be slick, and then end up in toll on themselves with all this foolishness.
Y'all can see it?
Wait a minute. Hold up. Do the not the book of Noah. Do the Genesis Apocryphon. We're gonna come back to Noah.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Yeah, this it.
Yeah.
Y'all can see it good?
Now, let me just share this with everybody. When they discovered the Genesis Apocryphon, it was in cave 1. It was in there with the great Isaiah scroll. I mean, this was like a rich discovery that exposed a lot of Gentile foolishness. They were saying Isaiah was 3 different writers and it wasn't one scroll. When they found Cave 1, the first scroll they found was the Great Isaiah Scroll. It had the entire book of Isaiah on one scroll, and it's more ancient by over 1,000 years than anything they used to translate the King James Bible. So that exposed that lie. Now, this getting ready to expose another lie. But it's getting ready to bear witness to Enoch that both of them is legit. And they got both of these in Hebrew. But notice where it picks up at, it picks up on this argument. They don't have stuff before this in the Genesis Apocryphon. It picks right up dealing with this issue that's in Enoch. Y'all tell me y'all why I ain't like that. Watch this.
It says, behold, I thought then within my heart that conception was due to the watchers and the holy ones and to the giants. And my heart was troubled within me because of this child. Then I, Lamech, approached Bethanash, my wife, in haste, and said to her,
hold on 1 second, K. Judah. Second witness to her name being Bethanash.
Yep, Bethanash.
You got witnesses to all this. These are ancestors. Now y'all got to pay attention. Come on.
Approached Bethanash, my wife, in haste, and said to her, by the Most High, the great Elohim, the King of all the worlds and rulers of the sons of heaven, until you tell me all things truthfully. Tell me this truthfully and not falsely. By the King of all the worlds, until you tell me truthfully and not falsely. Then Bethanash, my wife, spoke to me with much heat and said, you about to say something?
Oh no, I'm laughing.
Oh,
I'm laughing.
okay.
She don't like what's going on.
Then Bethanash, my wife, spoke to me with much heat and said, oh, my brother, oh, my Lord, remember my pleasure, the lying together and my soul within his body.
This is crazy.
And I tell you, all things truthfully. My heart was then greatly troubled within me. And when Bethanash, my wife, saw that my countenance has changed, then she mastered her anger and spoke to me, saying, oh, my Lord, oh, my brother, remember my pleasure. I swear to you by the Holy Great One, the King of the heavens, that this seed is yours and that this conception is from you. This fruit was planted by you and by no stranger or watcher or son of heaven. Why is your countenance thus changed and dismayed? And why is your spirit thus distressed? I speak to you truthfully. Then I, Lamech, ran through Mathusala, my father, and I told him all these things. And I asked him to go to Enoch, his father, for he would surely learn all things from him. For he was beloved, and he shared the lot of the angels who taught him all things. And when Mathusala heard my words, he went to Enoch, his father, to learn all things truthfully from him, his will.
Now, this is a manuscript over 2,200 years old at the very least. Let's read that. Let's read from the book of Noah now. Let's see what else was going on with Noah.
Is this the book of Noah?
It got the scroll number on there and everything. Now, because they named it the book of Noah, that don't mean that was what they called it back then. It's just this is befitting though. We just gonna see. We just want to read. Watch this. Y'all finna get some more stuff. I've been telling y'all to get these books so y'all can read. It's gonna increase y'all. And guess what? Can nobody attack them because they got everything in Hebrew and it's over 1,000 years older than what they've been presenting to us since they put us on them ships. Watch this.
The book of Noah, 4Q 534. Of his hand, his 2 knees, and on his head, on his hair, a birthmark of reddish color, and the shape of a lintel, will be on his face, a small birthmark on his thigh. And after 2 years, he will know how to distinguish one thing from another in his heart. In his youth, he will be like a man who knows nothing until the time when he knows the 3 books.
Hold on. Everybody in the chat, y'all ought to be writing this down. What's the 3 books? This 1,056 years after creation. They had something they was learning. They was getting teachings out of some 3 books. What 3 books? Listen, I like this. This 16 generations before Moses. Remember, Noah is the 10th generation, right? And this talking about Noah. This ain't Noah talking. So I want to know what 3 books was they being taught. Remember, Enoch older. Remember, Jubilees say Enoch was the first book. I'm just saying. Remember, I told y'all about that Genesis Apocryphon now. But I mean, that's up to y'all, though. I don't want to reveal too much. I want to see what y'all see. Come on.
Knows the 3 books, and then he will acquire prudence and learn understanding. Wise seers come to him, to his needs, and with his father and his ancestors, our brothers will hurt him. Counsel and prudence will be with him, and he would know the secrets of man.
What's the secrets of man? Did he get that out of one of them 3 books, or where's all this coming from? Watch this.
His wisdom will reach all the people, and he will know the secrets of all the living. And all the design against him will come to nothing. And his rule over all the living will be great. His designs will succeed, for he is the elect of Elohim. His birth and the bread of his spirit, and his design should be forever. Blessed be every man who teaches his sons the doctrines of wisdom, for he will not die in the days of wickedness. Woe to you, old fool, for your mouth will deceive you by incurring the death penalty. Who will write these words of mine in a book that will not decay, and keep this word of mine in a scroll which will not fade away? Behold, and the pleasures of the wicked will cease forever.
It's way more stuff. We gonna start right here. Y'all don't get a little taste of this. This just a little taste of what's going on. I want to know though what y'all is, how in the world did this Genesis Apocryphon pick back up and line up perfectly with Enoch, where they questioning and challenging the who the parent is, who the father is for Noah. That's what I hope all y'all saw that. We back in Genesis, Enoch 106 verse 11 now. 10 or something like that. It's 10 or 11.
Enoch was showing him everything that the Most had already showed Enoch.
I think you're in verse 10.
This is Enoch 105 and verse 10. And now, my father, hear me. For to my son Lamech a child has been born, who resembles not him, and whose nature is not like the nature of man. His color is whiter than snow. He is redder than the rose.
So let me go ahead.
The hair of his head is whiter than white wool. His eyes are like the rays of the sun. And when he opened them, he illuminated the whole house.
Now let's deal with reality now. Let me tell y'all, because I want y'all to challenge yourselves thinking. Do y'all believe that Noah was white, or do y'all believe that Noah was like what we would consider albino or high yellow?
High yellow, albino. Negroid though.
Because everybody's looking at him like something is wrong. If everybody else looked at like they was white, this wouldn't have shocked nobody. I'm just saying, I want y'all to pay attention now. This ain't got nothing to do with what a lot of people would try to make it out to be. We're trying to discover something here, and we're going to get down to the bottom of it. Because there's only two plausible explanations for why we have people that are what I'll call melanin rich, and why we have people that are melanin deficient.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch this. Y'all got to pay attention because we on here in love. We're in verse 11, I think.
Already. Right. Yeah, verse 11. Verse 11. When also he was taken from the hand of the midwife, he opened his mouth and blessed the Elohim of heaven. His father Lamech feared and fled to me, believing not that the child belonged to him, but that he resembled the angels of heaven. And behold, I am come to thee, that thou mightest point out to me the truth. Then Enoch answered and said, the Elohim will effect a new thing upon the earth.
What's the new thing? What is the new thing if everybody else don't look like what they're describing? What's the new thing? Let me ask y'all something. Everybody meditate. Y'all know what's going on. Now, K. Judah the only one playing like he don't know what's going on. Watch this. If they all look like what science said when I gave y'all about the fourth glacial epoch, when I gave y'all Lamech's them testimony that, man, they want to know why our son looked like white, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the new thing must be, do y'all believe that Yahweh that can do anything? He created all of the universe, the heavens and the earth, just by willing it into existence. And it wasn't like he struggled. He wanted it to happen, and it happened. Could he somehow encode in the genetics of Noah? Could he encode in the genetics of Noah the gene for what we would call the Caucasian or the white people today, which happen to be our brothers and sisters? I'm just saying, putting that out there. But I'm saying it's got to be a reason why they don't produce melanin the way that the whole world was doing back during this time. That's what the question is. That's what this whole thing is about. So we see now, if y'all don't see yet, the origin of melanin was from Yahweh. They was already dark.
Yep.
That's the origin of melanin. Now we're untailing where did the lack of melanin, where did that originate from? Now we finna really dance now. How y'all like that, chat? We ain't through yet, though. Come on.
I'll drop the nugget later. Let's get it.
No, drop it. Come on, I need some more. I'm swelling up now. I'm getting
No. Listen to what you just said. You said, could it be that he put the gene pool? Everybody was dark. This man is running from his own son that don't look like them. That means that as the generations progress, something happened to what we see today.
Come on.
It has to be explained, family. If everybody was dark-skinned, everybody from Adam all the way to Lamech, but by the time you get to Noah, what's about to happen? The flood, right? So they was the only ones, 8 people that crossed over to this side. Where did this look come from? What we see today. Because everybody not dark-skinned no more. Now we got different classes of, different lack of pigmentation. Where did it come from? So that's a good point, man. It had to come from somewhere. So what is the new thing? If everybody was dark-skinned.
Come on.
That's all I'm asking. What's the new thing?
Critical thinking.
That's all we ask. Oh, y'all finna get some more. We done scratched it now. We finna open it up now and deal with it.
This is I'm in the middle of verse 13. I just pick it up from the top. Verse 13. Then Enoch answered and said, the Elohim will effect a new thing upon the earth. This have I explained and seen in a vision, and have shown thee that in the generation of Jared, my father.
Stop. Hold on a second. Who is Jared the father of? Enoch, right?
Yep.
It's Enoch talking. He telling you everything that is going on. Watch this.
Jared, my father. Those who was from heaven disregarded the word of the Elohim. Behold, they committed crimes, laid aside their class, and intermingled with women. With them also they transgressed, married with them, and begot children. Verse 14. And a great destruction therefore shall come upon all the earth.
So look, he's speaking about the watchers, what they talking about in 2 Peter 2:4, in Jude 1:14 and 15, Hebrews 11:5. He talking about all that. And he also talking about what? What's the great destruction?
The flood.
The flood. See, K. Judah paying attention. We got to pay attention now. I like y'all to think. Y'all should be done figure me out by now. Come on. I ain't complex. I'm easy. Simple. Come on.
Verse 14. A great destruction therefore shall come upon all the earth. Adalud. A great destruction should take place in 1 year.
Come on.
This child, which is born to you, shall survive on the earth. And his 3 sons should be saved with him, when all mankind who are on the earth shall die. I'll move it up just a little bit for me, Elder Barrow. Thank you.
It's deep right here. Y'all see this?
Shall die.
His 3 sons.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Come on. Come on.
Shall die. He should be safe. Verse 16. And his posterity shall begot on the earth giants, not spiritual, but carnal. Upon the earth shall a great punishment be inflicted, and it shall be washed from all corruption. Now, therefore, inform thy son Lamech that he who is born is his child in truth, and he shall call his name Noah, for he shall be to you a survivor. He and his children shall be saved from the corruption which should take place in the world, from all the sin and from all the iniquity which should be consummated on earth in his days. Afterward shall greater impiety take place than that which have been before consummated on the earth. For I am acquainted with holy mysteries, which the Elohim himself has discovered and explained to me, and which I have read in the tables of heaven. In them I saw.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Did y'all in the chat, y'all paying attention? Because this would have been a question I got. What is the tablets of heaven? Enoch know what's going on. He up there with him. So what is he referring to as the tablets of heaven? Do we have access to them? Is it talking about the Torah? Is that another name? I don't know. I'm asking y'all to think. Y'all got these little things right here. This part of the mystery right here. Come on.
Verse 17. In them I saw it written that generation after generation shall transgress, until a righteous race shall arise, until transgression and crimes perish from off the earth, until all goodness come upon it. And now, my son, go tell thy son Lamech that the child which is born is his child in truth, and that there is no deception.
We get our answer now. Now we done dealt with that. So Noah is legit, right? Lamech's wife didn't lie. Back to now, she told the truth. So Noah is a human being. Now, let's find out a few things. Look at 1 Peter chapter 3. We already see what Enoch and all the ancients are saying. We don't realize that everybody looked the same back then. The science is saying that everybody was Negroid. Verse 20.
And one more thing. This another thing when y'all hear people saying, well, man wrote the scriptures, first off, Yahshua is the word of the Most High. So it was already born in heaven before he even gave it to him on earth, family. Yahshua is speaking through all the prophets what to write down. So he's actually speaking through them, the writings that we read in the scriptures. So yes, they writing it down, but who is giving the interpretation to them to write down? It's Yahshua. So I'm just putting that out there for people who say, well, man wrote the Bible, but they was moved by the spirit of who to do it. The spirit of the one who's giving the word. So they never wrote down what they think, what they feel. Well, Lord, I think you should put this in there. No, he directed and articulated everything that we read in every book that we read. He gave them the word because he is the word.
Yes.
So he's speaking through your prophets. He's speaking through everybody in this Bible.
Yes.
Speaking through Moses.
Yes.
That's him. So yes, man wrote it. But man didn't give no directions on what direction it was going. Genesis and Revelations and all our other books. Think about that, man. For people, oh man wrote the Bible. So who else gonna write it down?
That's why they removed them from Deuteronomy 32:43. They removed them from that verse.
And a lot of other verses too. We're gonna deal with that. That's coming up. Remember, I started out with y'all. We was dealing with stuff, talking about the translation. We ain't done with that. It's a lot. I just didn't want to spook everybody thinking, oh, no, we coming to tell y'all the truth.
That's right.
Come on.
Yeah, real quick too, Yashia. For those in the crowd in the chat, research Cheddar Man. You can do a common Google on it, but you can go into further depth. It gives you academia, science about it. Well, everyone was based off him. He was a dark-skinned black man with green eyes. And if you do that research on that collaborates with Yashia was talking about. It's a scientific fact of the first skull they found, and it proved that the whole world one time was black. Just do some research on that. It's called the Cheddar Man. I put some of it in the chat.
What verse you want, Elder Yashia?
We're in verse 20.
Already. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 20. And it reads, which sometimes was disobedience, when once the long suffering of Elohim waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was a preparing, wherein few, that is 8 souls, was saved by water. The like figure whereunto even baptism do also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answering of a good conscience towards our Elohim by the resurrection of Yahshua HaMashiach, who is gone into heaven and is on the right hand of our Elohim, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him.
Now that ain't had nothing to do with where I was going. I just wanted them to read that. That's like that. Now, verse 20 is what it is, but verse 20 and 1 and 22, that's like that. So y'all got to see this now. Remember, it says it was 8 souls. Now remember what Enoch 105 say about everyone except Noah looked the same. So now what came on during that? These is Noah's children. The thing is, if it was 8 souls left, right? How did these 3 sons look and their wives? Meditate on it. Everybody meditate on that. Because we didn't get another way. We was original. The Melanin. Look at 2 Peter 2 now. I'm finna give y'all got y'all pens. We finna do a little math.
That goes to show you, Elder Yashia, how cold the Most High is. And like you said earlier, he can do anything. He can do anything because, okay, Noah, he looked different than everybody else. But the Most High so cold, I guarantee you, I bet you Ham still came out dark skin.
Ham and Shem.
I bet Shem still came out dark skin.
And it's a possibility. I don't know. We're going to see. Japheth might have been originally dark skin. Might have. I'm not saying he was. But we finna find out some things. There's some more things. It's another coin to this argument. I want y'all everybody just stay with us. We almost there.
Y'all see how I stopped on Japhet? Because I'm like Elder Yashiyah. You know, I don't want to just throw nothing out there because we know about the children of Japhet today, according to Genesis 10. So I'm just saying, I don't really know about Japhet, you know, so I don't want to just say anything.
What chapter? What verse you said? What?
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5.
Thank you, Sister Oracle. She put some of the links in on about Cheddar Man. Y'all check that out. I ain't just talking. 2 Peter 2.
Thanks, Sister Oracle.
Because there's a lot of arguments on the earth about the children of Japhet and what they look like today.
Yeah.
A lot of arguments, you know, people asking what happened, you know, why they look like what they look like today. But we know that a non-Israelite, you know, is a Gentile. You know, we know that. But according to Genesis 10, when he got to the children of Japhet, he named them. And we know who they are today. But they don't look like what they looked like back in the day. That's all I'm saying.
That's what this whole thing is.
Facts.
Good. And man, let me ask you something for the audience, K. Judah, because we got to be clear on this.
Already.
Have me and you discussed this teaching?
We never do. No, sir. Just the
we
spirit.
We don't discuss no teachers, do we?
Nuh-uh. Not at all.
Watch this. Watch him read verse 5. Now stay with us, chat.
I'm just feeding off your spirit. Okay, this is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. And it reads, and spare not the old world, but save Noah the 8 persons, a preacher of righteousness.
Why did he say that? What made Peter say Noah was it's like he's saying Noah was out trying to preach and deliver and save people. I don't know. He said it for a reason, though. Watch this.
A preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Now, hold on. Here goes something for y'all to meditate on. Remember when the flood happened, Noah was 600 years old. Do y'all recall that?
Yes.
Genesis 7, verse 11.
1 year after.
Right. We know that the stuff with the watchers supposed to have happened during the time of Jared, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know when Jared was born and when he died 1,422 years after creation. The flood happened 1,656 years after creation. This tells us that it was 234 years between Jared's death and the time Noah could have been preaching. Write that down. Now let's deal with some more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Exodus 4, verse 6.
Let's get it. Well, these lessons be refreshing, boy. I'm serious.
This getting ready to get ugly right here now because people going to have to ask some questions now. Mm-hmm. Everybody always talking about what ain't this, but it is. We got to deal with it. They didn't do right by it, man. Watch this. Look at verse 6.
This is Exodus chapter 4 and verse 6. And it reads, and the Elohim said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Now, I got a problem with this verse right here because we went back to some of the ancient manuscripts and we found out that the word leprous ain't even in this verse. That was added later. Over 1,000 years later, they added leprous. Right? So, when you remove leprous from this equation, now you only had the word kashalag in there. Kashalag means white. So, if K. Judah was to go back and read this with what I just said, he would say, and Yahweh said furthermore unto him, put now your hand into your bosom or bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand white. Now, y'all deal with that. I did not add leprous. I did not add leprous to the manuscript and then insert it in the King James translation. They did. Now, here's some more. When you look at 4Q 13, fragment 3, 5, and 6, they don't have lepers in it either. That's the Dead Sea Scrolls. So the Septuagint and some of the Dead Sea Scrolls is agreeing on this. So why would they put it in there, add something to the word that they could pursue their narrative with? That don't say lepers. That say his hand turned white. If it turned white, how did it originally look?
Talk to me. Yes, sir.
Now put it back. Read verse 7 now. Watch this. I'm not making none of this up. We're looking for the origin. We want the truth.
That's right.
Shout out white people I love. I ain't mad. We ain't tripping about nobody's skin color. We're not ignorant people. We good people. We don't like what a lot of people did to us, but we don't hate. We're not them type of people.
If y'all see the video when we was on it just took me back to this when we was on Vocab Malone's channel, and he tried to call you out saying this was wrong. And when he went and looked at the scripture, he had to admit live that he was wrong. He thought the word lepers has always been there. If anybody's seen that video, that was really a really good video.
I saw that whole video.
He sat there up and down that it wasn't added. And when he went to the what was that, the Septuagint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we need to, Israel, y'all need to understand this. We're not looking for nobody's approval. When we research, we don't play around. I've been around longer than Vocab. He's nice. He seemed nice enough, but I wasn't asking him nothing. I was telling him. Yeah, we wasn't asking nobody nothing. We know what we know about this stuff. We ain't coming on here faking and trying to seem like nothing. We got this put together so people can learn. And that's just facts. He understand now though. They know what's going on in the town. They don't want us on the shows no more because we're not coming on here talking about only Israel can get saved. Come on.
Verse 7. And he said, put now thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it turned again as his other flesh.
Now, y'all in the chat, everybody, dark, brown, light, pale, green. If his hand turned white, but then it turned back to his other flesh, how did his other flesh look? All right. Numbers chapter 12. We ain't got time to be playing around. We try to get to the bottom of this.
And for everybody who be saying, just for people who say, oh man, he's saying everything wrong with the scriptures. Man, you should be thankful somebody telling you, man, hey, that wasn't originally in there. That didn't say that at first. That's why we got so much fighting on the internet over what that person looked like, who this was back in the day. Oh man, if it wasn't there and something else was there, when you want somebody to tell you, it can stop a lot of arguments. It can stop a whole lot of fussing and fight. So I want to know what was there at first. And if that wasn't there, lepers, and it said white, what I'm gonna get mad for? Okay, it said white. That means go do your research. Don't get mad.
One word can change the whole context of that verse.
I'm trying to tell people that, Elder Bear. I tell them that all the time. Yep. This is Numbers chapter 12 and verse 1. And it reads, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. And he had married an Ethiopian woman.
Hold on a second now. Because I'm glad that I wasn't going to go to verse 1 first, but I'm glad he did.
We talked about this, Elder Yashia.
So they say now, why is it so uncommon for him to marry an Ethiopian? Why is this being highlighted? What do y'all think the issue is with him marrying this Ethiopian woman? Is it because he's white, Moses, and she's black? Or is it because both of them black, but they have cultural differences? Because Israel is called to live a certain way, and that they didn't want him marrying her because she's a Gentile woman. And what I mean when I say Gentile, she's a black Gentile. Every Gentile is a non-Israelite DNA wise. That's just a fact. So it's black Gentiles, it's brown ones, it's white ones. So this ain't about nobody's color. This is a cultural thing right here. So now look down at verse 10. Because we know Moses was dark. That's not the issue right there.
Verse 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
Now I want to show y'all something. Y'all see where that word became is slanted?
Italicized.
It's italicized. Y'all see where the word white is italicized, slanted, leaning over.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all see down at the bottom line where she was is slanted.
Italicized.
That means that those words were added by the translators. I'm giving y'all something to help y'all grow in y'all understanding of these verses. So if it's italicized, meaning added, and if we don't already did the research on these verses, right? So what this verse actually says is, Ma tazari tha kashalag, meaning for leper. It's dealing with one of the words leper is not in here, right? It says for leper, surely white. The word snow means white. It's kashalag in Hebrew. They added white to it to throw everybody off. The word white is not in there. The word snow is kashalag, and that in Hebrew means white. So it says a leper is surely white. How y'all like that? I'm not making this up. We got Hebrew class, y'all. Y'all gotta do is come. We got Hebrew class Saturday at 11:30 Eastern time. Call it out, and we'll put it on the screen. Right now, we're dealing with this. We got one more I want to show y'all. 2 Kings 5. So now we get in two different scenarios where people have seemingly lost their melanin. One is from Yahweh, right? But both are from Yahweh. But one is through seemingly like Yahweh put it in Noah's genetic code, right? At some point where his descendants after him was going to be what we would call white. Right here, it's because of leprosy. The people, leprosy, scriptural leprosy, not the kingdom of heaven. That's all part of the indoctrination process. To how they deceive us, calling controlling the narrative. Scriptural leprosy, as we're reading from Exodus 4, from Numbers 12, and now we get ready to read out of 2 Kings 5, is when a person that has naturally dark skin is stripped of the melanin and they become what we would call like an albino type. And we reading it right here, all of us reading it together. If y'all don't agree, we can ready to have Q&A after this verse. Look at 2 Kings 5, verse 27 now.
Why I knew you was about to go here. I promise.
Go ahead.
No, I knew you was about to go to 2 Kings about Naaman.
Yeah, Naaman.
I say, why is Elder Yashiyah about to go to Naaman? And you going here now? That's crazy. What verse you want?
27. We go right to it. Everybody know what's in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened?
I say, watch Elder Yashiyah about to go to that boy Naaman when he hit that boy.
Yeah, he messed him around too, did he?
Mm-hmm.
And listen, this just for everybody that's hearing this. This process is shameful back then. Remember, Miriam had to get out. They put her outside the camp. Meditate on what I just said. It's a shameful process.
Yeah.
They've been running around all these years. Not everybody, but the powers that be, they've been running around teaching that to have dark skin is shameful. Now we found it out. We found it out now. No, that ain't the case. It was the other way around. Watch this.
This is 2 Kings chapter 5 and verse 27. And it reads, the leprosy, therefore, of Naam shall cleave unto thee, and unto thy seed forever. And he went out from his presence, a leper, as white as snow.
And y'all see again, as white is added. So y'all take that out. It's called Tazari. That's in there. It says Ma Tazari Kashalag. For leper white. In Numbers, it said Ma Tazari Da Kashalag. Da means surely. So that said for leper surely white. So we got two witnesses now that's describing leprosy as whiteness. So we the ones been hoodwinked and bamboozled the whole world. We're not the only, the whole world was. Everybody needs to know this and to hear this.
And Elder Yashia, we should not be shocked because we see it today. There's nothing new under the sun. I see plenty of people, they have the melanin, but on parts of their body, you see the whiteness.
Right.
Or sometimes you just see, the whole melanin is gone, but you can still tell this is a Negro, a Negroid. Yeah. He just lost the melanin. So now I can get a vivid picture in my mind what Noah must have looked like. But he was born that way, though.
There we go.
He didn't lose nothing. He was born like that. But you can also lose it, too, from whatever reason the Most High take it from you. Like this man right here, Naaman, he did something he ain't supposed to do. So he took it and stripped him of his and his descent. He said it's going to be on you forever. So that's something to think about.
Good. I'm ready for questions.
Let's get it. It was a great lesson, Elder Yashia. Great.
We just asking people to think and read along. So now everybody gonna start seeing that because I'm bringing this stuff in slow to everybody. One thing we can see off the break, the importance of Hebrew. Another thing we can see that's important is timelines. Another thing we can see that's important is the study and utilization of our ancient manuscript catalogs. Mm-hmm. And we got to put things in context through witnesses. Them 4 things y'all learned since we've been coming on here. Or if you already knew it, don't feel like, this is what everybody that's learning.
Right.
4 important things right there that you can add to what you already got. Questions?
Thank you, Yohanan. Vitalago. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yep.
Vitalago.
Yeah, that little pretty model girl, Winnie, I think that's her name. The little slim goodie. She got she got that. I seen that in the
good friend of mine. He got it too. Good friend of mine. He just started getting it too at this age here. He didn't even have it a few years back.
Notice it said that it was gonna cleave to naming in his descendants forever.
Forever, right?
Y'all got to meditate on stuff. We don't know. Bloodlines is. Come on now.
I got a friend. His brother, pure albino, look just like a Negro, but he just albino. So the afro and the wool on his head is reddish, his skin reddish. But if you look at the features, you can tell it's still a Negro. But everybody in that house have melanin. So all I'm saying is that the Most High don't do nothing different. He's showing you, man. This been going on from when Noah was born. Or if you get out of pocket, I will put that leprosy on you, and you will become a leopard. Or sometimes it just for whatever reason, I don't know, but I'm just saying this is nothing new under the sun. The stuff I see today, I can read about it. It's been going on when the Most High allowed this lack of pigmentation. Now for the Caucasian race and other people, the children of Japhet, that's why I couldn't say that he looked like Ham and Shem. I don't know. I don't want to just say anything. Maybe he did, maybe he did. Any questions for Elder Yashia? or Elder Barrel Walk. Any questions?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks again, as always, K. Judah, for your hospitality and sharing your stage with us. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely
Absolutely, no
appreciate
problem. Anytime.
Oracle
Anytime.
putting stuff in the chat. Sister Oracle, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody else in the chat. Definitely appreciate y'all listening. Excuse me. And we definitely not trying to push nothing on anybody.
Right.
Just receive it, study it, and cross-examine it. You know, we all sometimes disagree with certain things, and definitely the truth is there to seek. And just do your own research on it. The sources, the books was up there. Go back and read them and cross-examine them, y'all, because we don't want nobody just saying amen, hallelujah, like the church.
Right.
Just go back and cross-examine it. But thank you all. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I agree and concur.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Oracle and Sister Sagala, for putting the information in the chat for the audience. Pray somebody got some understanding. Like I say, Elder Yashia and Elder Barrel Walk is a breath of fresh air, because a lot of these teachings we never heard. So he bringing out refreshing teachings for our understanding. And I love how he don't say that he right or what he's saying. He leave it open for you to decide what you read and what you get from it. And that's how I think it should be, instead of trying to force it down somebody's throat. He always leave it open and say, man, what y'all see? I know what I see. What y'all see though? So yeah, I appreciate that, because it makes a person use critical thinking.
These sisters are strong, man. In this chat, they going in the chat. That's right.
I don't know, Elder Yashia. I guess nobody don't have no questions, man. I guess it was broken down so beautifully that nobody don't have any questions.
Well, everybody, y'all meditate on it now. If y'all, because we got emails and stuff. If y'all got questions about anything, just email us. We answer our emails. So if it helped everybody or gave somebody a way to look at something, I believe we did our job. The good thing about all this is what Barry White just said. You get to go back and study it through cross-examination, and then that's when you find out I told you the truth. So, yeah, that's what we into. And if we ever show anything that's wrong, we're going to come back and say, hey, wait a minute, we made a mistake. I know that's how we operate. It's just not often. That don't happen.
Can I say this? Mama, I always be thinking about stuff. So now that we got the understanding what Noah looked like, I don't think it should be any arguments what he looked like. But when we get to Esau, everybody keeps saying Esau came out of Caucasian man. Not everybody, but a lot of people say Esau is the so-called white man, or Esau is the so-called Gentile man. And when they say Gentile, I think they talking about the children of Japhet. They say that's Esau, the people that's ruling the world today. But when you read the scriptures, if Esau came out looking like, because they didn't describe what Jacob looked like. They say when Esau came out, he came out red all over like a hairy garment. You got people teaching this baby had hair all over his body. It said he was red all over his body like a hairy garment. It didn't say he had hair everywhere. It say like a hairy garment. Esau came out a Negro too. Could he look like Noah? Reddish all over, because it would have never described his color if he didn't look different from Jacob or different from the rest of the house. So what Esau looked like? He ain't come out no white man. Y'all got to stop that, man.
Yeah.
He ain't come out no white man.
Yeah. That's the one thing about that. That's camp 101 doctrine for them.
Right,
I
man.
mean, I haven't seen a camp yet that I know of, unless they're brand new, that don't teach that. They all teach that same, and it's originated in One West, started in One West. And I'll tell you something, there's some well-studied brothers in these camps. One I know for sure, Deacon Ethan from IUIC. I know for a fact in his heart he don't believe that. He's just because he studies a lot of historical information in books.
Mm-hmm.
I just know he don't believe that. But sometimes these brothers will still stick with the doctrine, even though they know it's false, and that's not good.
Yep, that's not good, Elder Barrel.
Brother Yikwabah got a question too. He wants
right here.
yeah, we can go to Blue Letter. I can show him real quick. I believe it means beautiful, I think, Japheth. Beauty or something like that. We look at Genesis 10 real quick.
I'm waiting on the Elder Barrel Walk to put on the screen. I mean, boy, I hear so many discussions, man, on who who Japhet is, and they mixing Japhet with Esau and Esau with Japhet, and oh man. Japhet was born way before Esau was born. So how is he Japhet? Japhet was born way before Esau, family. So how is Esau Japhet? And Japhet was around Genesis chapter 10, and Esau didn't come around until like Genesis 25. So how can they be the same people? Critical thinking.
Yeah. Genesis 10, you said?
Yeah, let's look at that. I think it's verse 2. Tap on 33:15. So they saying that the definition of it, and it's not Japheth, it's Japhath.
Japhath. Gotcha.
Right. The third son of Noah. Now, how did they know that? Because some people try to teach that he was the first son. It says that in Jubilees too. And we read Genesis 10, I think it's verse 21 and 22, in context, in Hebrew, especially in Hebrew, it tells you Shem is the oldest son.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the third son of Noah, who's descendant. Can you read that? I'm sorry.
I got you. Japhet. Outline of biblical usage. Japhet equals open. The third son of Noah, who's descended after the flood settled on the coastal lands of the Mediterranean, spreading north into Europe and parts of Asia.
Yeah, so they saying that it means opened. Brother Ikwaba. I don't know why I was thinking beauty. This it's something dealing with recall mean beauty. That's all that stuff in my head is crazy.
And even when you read about the children of Japhet, and you just follow the scriptures and read the history and get certain information, it'll actually tell you who these people are and where they located at. Like Russia is not Esau. Germans are not Esau.
No, where they get that from?
No, because the point I made is that they saying that Esau is the white man. So if you saying that, and Russia is not Esau.
Right. They was born way before Esau.
Way before Esau.
Them new nations. Us and Esau, we're new compared to them. Even though we descend from the Hebrew line.
Right. So like your Russias, your Ashkenazis, your Khazarians, these are all the children of Japhet. Tubal, Javin, Meshach, Tubal, and all them, these are children of Japhet, family. You know, even when you look at the European Union, you know, the treaties of Rome, these are all children of Japhet. The Pope, well, a lot of people say Pope is Esau. I don't how? The four winds in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar, Medes and Persian, them are children of Japhet. It ain't Esau. The four winds of heaven is not Esau in the book of Daniel. The Greeks, that's not Esau. The Romans, that's not Esau. Them are children of Japhet. Because he gave everybody a chance to rule the earth. He let Ham go first, then Shem, and we all messed up. Then he let children of Japhet rule, and they ruling until the time of they be fulfilled. So he let everybody get a chance to rule the earth, and we all messed up, everybody. So you can't say he not a fair Elohim. He let everybody get a chance at it, and everybody messed up. Somebody, let me see. Esau knew Hebrew, so tongue that they would not know could not be. Thank you, Ants. Critical thinking, and that's the book of Deuteronomy. He said, "I'm gonna bring a nation on you whose tongue you don't understand." And Esau come from the same parents as Jacob, so Esau knew Hebrew, so that's a tongue they understand. So how can it be Esau that came up against us? A tongue that you don't understand can't be Esau, people.
Here goes something else to add with Esau knowing Hebrew. Esau was raised in the household from Abraham, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Abraham is Isaac's father and Jacob's grandfather, right?
Facts.
So that means that Jacob would have been knew the language of his ancestors, right?
Yes, sir.
Hebrew, right?
Hebrew. Facts.
Didn't Abraham have more than one son when Ishmael his son as well?
Ishmael was his son. Facts.
Y'all think Ishmael was speaking Arabic? Stop it.
No, he was not.
Stop it. Arabic is the newest Semitic language. A lot of people don't know that. They gonna get their turn too. Everybody get a turn.
Yep. That's a good point. Good point, Elder. Okay, the brother said, he said, I think they getting it confused. Esau is the dukes of their ruling. And Esau's name means red clay. That's this true right here, Elder.
Well, when you look at we can go pull it up because he coming out of I believe Genesis with that, right?
He said Esau means red clay.
We're gonna look it up. That's all we
Okay.
do.
All right. I tell everybody, man, if you don't want to have to argue with somebody, let the word speak for you, family. Because even if a person is arguing with you and you're using the words of Yahweh, guess what? The Bible gonna eventually shut down that gang saying. But if you arguing with them with your words and y'all going back and forth, man, that's just too much.
Genesis 36, I think it's verse 1 and verse 9 or something like that.
Go ahead, K. Judah, what you said?
No. I was just saying, don't nobody got time to be going back and forth. Let the word speak for y'all, family. Because I'm keeping it 1,000. I hear a lot of people giving what Elder Yashia be saying all the time, conjunction. They just be saying stuff I cannot find in the scriptures. And I be trying to look with you, but you ain't giving me no scripture, man. You just saying stuff. Let the Bible speak, man.
Philosophy and theology.
Jesus.
All right, it's up.
Okay, here we go. Yes, sir.
All right. Let's look up Esau first.
Okay.
You see Esau is Edom, though. Y'all see that, right? Verse 1?
Mm-hmm. Edom, absolutely.
Esau, they saying that it means hairy. We looked that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means, when you look that up in Hebrew, it means nappy hair, not hairy, like they got it. But that's a whole nother matter, right? Disheveled. Disheveled for us means nappy head. Just y'all meditate on that. We'll deal with that later. So that's Esau. So now let's go look up Edom.
Hold on. Elder Yashia, you don't see that? Where it say outline in biblical use? Let me read that. Look right there. It say, Esau equals Harry, eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah, and twin brother of Jacob, sold the birthright for food when he was hungry, and the divine blessings went to Jacob, the progenitor of the Arab people.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Well, you know, it sounds. I'm gonna show y'all that right quick too. Let's look at Edom first. I'm gonna show y'all that progenitor of the Arab people. Cause you good with the maps. You in Chashem. Y'all vicious with the maps. Watch this. So now this is the word for Edom, right? And it says, and it means red. So we know part of what the brother said that it actually means red. Edom means red. Red could be light skinned though, not what they trying to say it is. Because it don't make sense if his brother is Jacob. That's crazy.
Right.
That's a whole nother matter. You can go to I think it's Genesis 25 now.
You see where it say in the land of Edom, Idumea, land south east of Palestine.
Right.
You see that, elder?
Facts.
Elder, isn't it not in the scriptures that Esau was south of his brothers in them, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just putting that out there, family. That's what I mean when I'm telling y'all let the scriptures speak for you. Because we got a lot of arguments on what the land is, where's the land of Israel, where's Jerusalem. All you have to do is read the scriptures. It'll tell you where David was fighting at when he took the land from the Jebusites. It's going to tell you in the south. Jebusites, he was fighting them in the south. He took it back because they didn't take it in the time of the judges. So David took it from them. You got to go find the Gihon Springs, the Valley of Kindron, Mount of Olives was east of that. I mean, it just read the scriptures, people. It's right there in your face where the land at. Now, people keep saying, well, y'all keep saying that little piece of dirt is the land. When you look at the map in the time of the judges, do that look like a little piece of land to y'all? Because you remember, they was east and west of the Jordan River. So how can that be a little piece of land, family? Think about that. Manasseh got a double portion, Joseph children. So how can that be a little piece of land? That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Elder Yashia.
Read verse 1 down. I want to show y'all something.
This is Genesis 25 and verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife. Her name was Keturah. And she bare him Zimran and Jokshan and Medan and Midian and Ishbak and Shur. And Jokshan begot Sheba and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan, Ashurim and Lucium and Lunium, and the sons of Midian, Ephah and Epher and Hanak and Abada and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. But unto the sons of the concubines, which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived, eastward unto the east country.
Let me ask y'all a question. Then I'm going to show y'all a few things. You know that when we looking at these maps, they're basically teaching us that everything is centered around where Israel is. Would you agree with that? Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all understand that? Like when the Messiah said the queen of the south of Israel, that's what they making these statements on. So what would be, even if you say Israel, even if y'all not saying that it's not Israel, look at the land over there that they calling the Middle East or Palestine or whatever you want to call it. What's east of that? Isn't Arabia east of that?
Yes.
Who's in Arabia?
Arabs.
Go to verse 2 and click on Midian. Click on the tools. Let's find out the ancient name for Midian.
Jacob. I'm not talking about that Gihon. I'm talking about the Gihon Springs. When David's military man got under the gutter and it became a water course for the king. That's what I'm talking about. Not the Gihon in Ethiopia. I'm talking about the Gihon that Joab went under the gutter and got into the Jebusites, because they told David, unless you take out the lame and the blind, you ain't getting in here. So they got under there through the gutter. It was a water course. That's what I'm talking about. That Gihon, the Gihon Springs, not the Gihon in the Ethiopia River. Not that. I ain't talking about that.
What you told me to go up?
Verse 2.
Same chapter.
Yeah, just tap on the tools. All you gotta do is tap on the tools.
Gotcha.
I go to Midian. Scroll up to Midian.
Midian.
No, Midian, not Medine, Midian.
My bad. I thought I looked at Midian. You know I can't see.
Good. You good?
There you go, right there. Yes, sir. This is outline of biblical usage.
There you go.
Midian or Midianite equals strife. Son of Abraham by Keturah, a progenitor of the tribe of Midianites, are Arabs, Arabians. The tribe descended from Midian. It say the territory of the descendants from Midian, located principally in the desert north of the Arabian Peninsula, land to which Moses went when he fled from Pharaoh. Oh, so you mean to tell me Midian and Arabia? I ain't gonna even say nothing, man. I'm gonna be quiet, bro. I'm done.
So y'all seeing right here who these people are.
I'm gonna be quiet, man. So Elder Yashiyah, you mean to tell me when Moses fled to Midian, and in the book of Galatians, Paul say Mount Sinai is in Arabia. So when he went to the backside of the mountain of Yah, you mean to tell me he was right there by the mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying. So is the Mount Sinai on the other side of the Red Sea coming away from Egypt?
You talk.
Okay. I'm just saying, people, because a lot of arguments going on where I land at, what the Most High took the children of Israel. But when I read the scriptures, I read that they crossed the Yam Suf. I'm just saying they had to get the Mount Sinai somewhere. But according to a lot of other people, nope, you got it wrong, K. Judah. I don't care what that book say. They ain't cross no Yam Suf. So I ain't gonna argue with you. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. I'm just going by the scriptures.
I don't have nothing else if there's no more questions.
I don't got nothing else either. Oh, can you give? Oh, here you go. Obadiah said, can you give the breakdown of Genesis 25 and 23? Provide the sense of nations. Goyu. Appreciate it.
Let's go there.
Let's get it.
And so when you put this in context, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's talking about Isaac's children, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's detailing the 12 tribes of Israel, our people, our direct lineage, and also our near kin Esau. Some people teach the Esau is the Europeans, but like I was saying, they don't come through Shem. Europeans don't. They come through Japheth. And so, has it been mixing? People have mixed everywhere, but originally Esau is that's Isaac's twin. So y'all got to meditate on that.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau people is spread out. It's like they in different parts of the ancient world, and
Right.
it could even be some of them over here with us, because as many of us, I know the majority on the slave ships was Israelites because we was targeted. We got documents to say we was targeted. It still was other people from Shem and some from Ham that was put on the slave ships as slaves. Now, what we don't have is anybody from Japheth being on the slave ships. So in modern times, you know, it would be hard to single them out as to what specific group that they're going by in those parts of the world, but we know they somewhere around.
Right.
They definitely was involved. They definitely was, some of them more than likely taken, because it wasn't 100% Israelites taking the slave trade. It was a lot. The majority was, but not all of them.
Okay, where we going, Elder? Because Sister Zahab got a question too, so I know you want to deal with this one first from Elder Obadiah.
Okay. Is that the one we just dealing with in verse 23?
Yeah. We still got to read it. I got you right now. Okay. This is Genesis 25 and verse 23. It says, and the Elohim said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people should be separated from thy bowels, and the one people should be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Now here we go. Now watch this. I'm going to add something to what I just shared with you, Brother Obadiah, and everybody's listening. Esau was what? What type of man was Esau?
A hunter.
A hunter. You see, he gave away his birthright, his spiritual blessings and everything. Y'all see that? What does this tell you about Esau? He's a carnal man. Isn't Esau a Hebrew though?
He's a Hebrew.
He's a Hebrew and the progenitor of the Hebrew Edomites. That would mean that those are colored folks that is carnal. But Jacob, you can see Jacob dedicated himself to Yahweh. That makes him what? A spiritual Hebrew. His people should be spiritual. Now, well, what about some of us is real carnal? What do y'all think? Why do y'all think? Is it because of the spirits that's on them? Because of them being influenced by the works of the flesh? Or is it because quite possibly they got some admixture with Esau? It's in those components, though. Would y'all agree?
Yes. Absolutely.
So yeah, Esau is just a carnal Hebrew, and Jacob is a spiritual Hebrew.
Okay. We got our beloved sister. She said, so are they able to extract our melanin? Because people online have said melanin is a high commodity. I've seen pictures, but I'm unsure if that's real or not.
I have never. That's like. Let me say this, Sister Zahab. I like that name. Let me say this. We, like me, I get darker when I go like to over in the Caribbean when I travel different places where it's a lot of sunlight at. The closer we get to the equator, the darker we get. Right? So I don't see, the only thing that can extract or lighten us is if we are away from the sun. But them just extract, I don't think that's possible. I ain't concur with no scientists about nothing like that though. But the only thing I seen that can do that is if like we stay inside for the whole winter and stuff like that, and we don't have access to the sun, we can't lighten up. That's for sure.
One thing we know for sure. Oh, go ahead,
No. You go, Elder Barawak.
One thing I know for sure, the melanin over in Israel, the Jews over there, the Ashkenazi Jews, they don't obtain. And at one time, of course, everyone has melanin, but we have the highest concentration. I know that from reading. But also the Jews over in there, at one time, I don't know if it's still today, but at one time they held the highest cancer rate, the skin cancer in the world.
Second highest.
Yeah. So, I mean, that shows a lot that they really don't have no melanin. But as far as the abstract, I just using critical thinking, I don't think melanin is something that you could take from somebody else and put in somebody else. I think, I'm just shooting from the hip. But, Yahweh designed our bodies a certain way, but you know how science is. They might be able to, but I haven't seen or read anything in that type of aspect.
Now, when we mix with other people, that's not us, in terms of our ethnic group, that's when they began to obtain an infusion of melanin.
Mm-hmm.
So that is scientifically proven through the children that's born from the union. Okay, let me read this question. If they are
Yeah, that's good right there.
Esau and Jacob, how come the scripture said there are two nations in them? Yeah, that's good. Well, we're not supposed to be. I agree with you, the Oracle 007. We're not supposed to be. That's why he told us to be a kingdom of priests and a nation of priests, because the priests oversee the spiritual worship to the Most High Yahweh.
Facts.
But we now allowed the foreigners to promote their customs and culture on us. That's why we so false. That's why you see us fighting for these heathen holidays and all that stuff harder than the people who invented them. That's one thing about Israel. I believe that's why he chose us, because we so passionate. Either we passionate for the truth or we passionate for lies.
Our brother said this, for anybody want to know about the melanin. Sir C said, melanin isn't extractable, but plasma is. Thus, all the missing. I'm always hearing about melatonin. Like, what is that?
Oh, it's just basically the same thing.
Okay, got you.
No, melatonin is a supplement to help you sleep.
No, I'm talking about what's that other thing, Elder Barrel Walk, when they say that they be trying to get out they skin that look like ours. I forgot the name. It's something they inject in their body.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name.
You know what I'm talking about? They be trying to get darker skin.
Yeah.
I said melatonin.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's why people be giving the little grandkids to knock them out and put them to sleep.
My bad. Yeah, melatonin is sleep. I'm thinking about when you read melanin, it uses like a few different ways they say it. I think. Hold on.
Okay. But Elder Barwaka and Sagala, y'all know what I'm talking about. Huh?
I know exactly.
Injected in their skin and they try to get darker skin.
Yeah, it's another way, another avenue for them sun tanning, but they try to get their skin to darken.
Yeah.
They love tanning too.
Yeah, I can't remember, man. I gotta think.
Hey, before we get off, I just want to show the brother this for educational purposes. Just so when we say something, it can be validated. So Yakoba, when I was telling you about the Gaians, look, this is what I was talking about, brother. You see that right there? When they told David, man, you ain't coming in here. See it say Gaian Springs? This was Joab, he went under this gutter. It was a water course to get inside of this, what was called the city of David. So you see the fortress and David's palace. And right behind here is where Solomon built the temple in Mount Moriah. So here go the Kidron Valley I was talking about. And over here, next to the Kidron Valley was the Mount of Olives. So this is the Gaian Springs I'm talking about, brother. And this is where Joab went under to get into the gutter. One more thing I want to show before we get out of here, because a lot of people say that there is no mountains surrounding the city. So let me just show this. Now we understand you can't go, you still gotta do your research, family, but I'm just showing y'all this. Because I hear a lot of people say that, like, man, it ain't got no mountains over there in that little piece of dirt. Man, y'all got to stop that little piece of dirt mess, man. That's a part of our inheritance. I mean, I'm telling you, it's in the scriptures. It just, people just want to dismiss it. Now I'm showing this for the purpose of when people say, when the Most High is talking about mountains and hills, y'all, he only talking about the elevation, man. You see that? Elevation. So y'all keep saying, ain't no mountains, bruh. The Judean Hills, Mount Hermon, Mount Mount Ebal, Mount Carmel, Mount Zion. Some of these are just hills. He call them mountains. The Judean Hills is not high elevated mountain. They just call Judean Hills. But this all surrounded Jerusalem. So even when you look at the picture, it's just talking about elevation. Y'all think it always got to be talking about a mountain that's 20,000 feet. No, stop that, man. Stop that. Mount Gabor, you got Mount Tabor, Mount Ebal, Mount Gerizim, Mount Moriah. The elevation like 2,000, 3,000. That's still high. This what surrounded Jerusalem. Mount Zion was 2,000 in elevation. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, y'all just get caught up on trying to prove the Bible's so wrong that y'all just making up stuff. Jerusalem is a land today that is flat like a plain, desolate. No inhabitant, enjoying her Sabbath days, enjoying her feast days because we not in it. So I'm just saying, man, he talking about elevation, bro. That's all I wanted to show you, Jacoba. He was talking about, I was talking about the guy in Springs, brother. If nobody don't got nothing else, Elder Yashia, okay, Miss D said, oh, okay, y'all see that? Right here?
That's what the word I thought you said
Y'all know I'm country.
I get it mixed up because they got like 4 words.
Okay. So
Yeah,
thank
so
you for that, Miss D.
Yeah, all praises, sister.
Oh, I ain't got to send it to her. She in the chat. I was getting ready to send her the teaching.
Oh, so hold on. We getting somewhere. So Miss D said, I can't say this word, man. I'm country. Let me see.
Melanin.
Melanin is a synthetic hormone to stimulate pigment cells. This is what these people injecting themselves, y'all. So my sister Notorious said, melanin can be extracted like a skin bleaching.
No, I never
okay.
Now we got these smart people. Hey, there go Notorious Hebrew. I ain't saying nothing. How you doing, sis?
All praises. Well, maybe it can be.
The smart people activating now.
And my brother Sir C said, Old Jerusalem is on a hill. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, just stick to the scriptures, man. They keep talking about the Most High gonna elevate the kingdom into a high mountain. The man told you in Psalms 132, I have desired to sit in Zion. Where is Zion? It sit on the hill. So he gonna sit on David's throne, which was in the city of David and Zion. But y'all keep thinking he gonna put the kingdom into a high mountain. So you're gonna climb into a mountain. Stop it, man. The man is gonna sit in Zion. He say, I have desired, this is my habitation. He say he gonna build the old waste places. That's where the kingdom gonna be, in Zion. And he gonna give Israel, the 12 tribes, their land back, which was east of the Jordan River, west of the Jordan River. So Issachar, you getting your land back. Zebulun, Manasseh, you getting your land back. Reuben, you getting your land back. Judah, dwelled in Hebron, you getting your land back. Simeon, Asher, everybody, you getting your land back. That's book. So Zion sit on the hill, family. Just stick to the scriptures. You find that, you find the land. It's just simple. Everybody be asking me, what do you think the land at, K. Judah? The land is part of the little piece of dirt, because you got to look at Lebanon, which was by the Mediterranean Sea. He said, you know, that should be the uttermost parts of your border by the uttermost sea, which is the Mediterranean Sea. Then he said, from Lebanon to the wilderness to the river Euphrates. So when you look at a map and you look at the 12 tribes in the time of the judges, he actually gave them the land like he said. It's a big old plot of land. But they keep having y'all thinking we talking about where the Jewish people at. That's some of it, but that ain't all of it, family. That's all I'm saying. It's way bigger than that. All the way to the Nile River. So Israel sit on the African tectonic plate. So yeah, your land is in Africa, but they trying to dismiss that land altogether. Like, no, none of that is your land. Your land only where Ham at. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. You ain't gonna put an inheritance in another man's inheritance, man. Where did the Most High do that at? So he gave you your land, family, on the other side of the Red Sea. And to be honest with you, he didn't even have to cross the Red Sea to give you your land. He could have went the way of the Philistine. But he said, no, I'm going to draw on these Egyptians. I'm going to take y'all all the way around so I can prove y'all. And that's exactly what happened. He took them all the way around. And I'll say this before I won't say nothing no more. If anybody try to argue you down about where the land at, because I get a lot of people asking me, where the land at, K. Judah? Guess what I asked them? Where did Moses die? That's all you got to ask anybody. When they try to tell you where the land is, ask them where Moses died at. And that's your answer. Ask them where Moses died. And that'll be your answer. Where the land is. Because Moses got on top of Mount Nebo and looked west. There go your answer. He was looking west what? West of the Jordan River, family, looking at all the land of Canaan. But he died on Mount Nebo looking west. Because that would be west of where Moab was, the plains of Moab. So if he got on Mount Nebo in the plains of Moab, looking on the other side of the Jordan River, that would be west of Moses. So that's what he was looking at when he saw all the land, the beautiful land that he could not go over Jordan. So that's your answer. The man died on Mount Nebo. That's it, man. Stick to the scriptures, people. Somebody asked this. Are all nations going to be in the kingdom?
If they accept salvation, we can you can turn to Ezekiel 47 real quick. We can go to a few verses.
Already. Let's get it, Elder. Here we go.
I don't think we got to go to everything. We'll just give a few witnesses.
Okay. That's what I'm saying, Jacobo. What white people name they call the children of Nebo?
Where am I going? I'm sorry.
Ezekiel 47.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, Jacobo. It was just a place in the plains of Moab when the children of Israel conquered Sihon, king of the Amorites. That's all. They took the land from him and gave him to Reuben, the Reubenites.
All right, let me share the screen.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Go down to verse 23, I think. 23, 24.
Yeah.
Let's get it. I know where my brother going to. Let's get it.
All right. So this is dealing with all of the inheritances to the land. So let's just take a look at verse 22 and 23.
Yes, sir. This is Ezekiel chapter 47 and verse 22 and 23.
Hold on, Judah, 1 second, please. I hate to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But this is dealing with the third temple. This is the prophecy, chapters 40 through 48, prophesying about the third temple being rebuilt. And so y'all can look at this and check this out. Watch this.
He's telling y'all facts. Verse 22 and 23. And it should come to pass that ye should divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you, and to the strangers that sojourn among you.
Read it again.
And it shall come to pass that ye should divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you, and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall begot children among you, and they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have an inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. And it shall come to pass that in what tribe the stranger sojourneth, there shall ye give him and his inheritance, said the Elohim.
All right, that's one witness. That's it's simple. You can either be filled with hatred, which causes you to hate things and just make up stuff, or we can deal with the scriptures. I choose to deal with the scriptures. Absolutely. I ain't got no time to be hating nobody, and neither should y'all. We don't gotta like what happened. That was horrible, but y'all gotta realize they were used as instruments by Yahweh because of what we was doing. So we in a lot of this, we only have ourselves to blame. My issue is with one day past the 400 years. Now that's the issue right there. When you go past the 400 years, now you're going outside of what Yahweh told you to do.
Talk to him, Elder.
But it doesn't make you say that you hate all these different ethnic groups because they don't look like us because of slavery. Now that's making me think something different. All right. So that's that. Now look at Isaiah 2. It's so many verses, man. I don't know what Bible that a lot of these people reading.
And the Most High is not a racist. Y'all, he is not a racist. I hear a lot of camps saying the Most High Yahweh is a racist. Man, the Most High is righteous in all his ways. He is not no racist. That's crazy, man.
It's a lot of stuff. And I want y'all to meditate on this. Meditate on this right here, because it's real. When y'all see that word, it shall come to pass, that's talking about a prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's going to read this verse 2 and 3.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2 and 3. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of our Elohim's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Elohim of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in this path. For out of Zion, one more time, y'all. For out of Zion, just one more time, Elder. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, the word of our Elohim from Jerusalem, family. High mountain just means elevation. His kingdom is going to be elevated above all other kingdoms, but it will be in Zion. You know, that same hill. Go ahead, Elder.
Now, the question is y'all saying Yahweh land? He said all nations going to flow into this place, to this spot that K. Judah talking about. So do y'all agree with this, or is this, because this ain't talking about just Israel? Look the word nations up.
I think the problem is a lot of people that's being taught this stuff, they're not looking at the context of the Hebrew tongue. Mm-hmm. And when you look up that word in Hebrew, that it says a whole different thing. So that's what's hurting a lot of our people. They're learning on YouTube, not being able to ask questions. You can't ask questions in these camps live like this on TV while they teaching. You can't ask questions. You can't stop them in the middle. And that's why I mentioned that, you look up that word nations, brother Laughman, I think your name is. Look up that word nations. That gives you an answer right there.
I mean, it's a whole lot of other ones.
You can't stop nobody from trying to serve Yahweh. I've been telling people this for years. You cannot get in the way of somebody who trying to serve your power. What you think you being the light for? You're supposed to show them the way. Show them that your power is the true power in all the earth, not idols and graven images. Because that's what nations worship. So we supposed to show them the right way, which is, man, you supposed to go this way. This way he at.
Absolutely.
You're supposed to tell them that y'all is a racist. And man, look, man, it take a whole lot of energy to wake up every day filled with hate. Yes, they went overboard and they gonna pay for that. We all playing a piece on the chessboard.
Yep.
We all playing a piece. So they went overboard. Like Elder Yashi, I just told y'all. After 400 years, whatever they did after that, what y'all think gonna happen? We had to pay. You don't think they're gonna have to pay? So we don't have to worry about anything. He's gonna handle it, family. He's gonna handle business. And they know it. So just get out the way. Don't be in the way when he started to handle business.
Yep.
Just be on the right side of history. Or you gonna get handle business up on too. Just because you black don't mean nothing. Because you're Israelite don't mean nothing. Israel died in the wilderness, and they was Israel. So your nationality don't supersede you thinking you can be wicked.
Yeah. And then another thing too to add on that, what's the sense of Yahweh telling us to be a light to the Gentiles if they ain't gonna be, if every last one of them ain't gonna be there? What we being a light for? They doomed now.
Okay, just look at Genesis 10 real quick because I want to ask Edward Barber got something on here. And two of them is actually right, but this middle one.
Okay.
What was said, Yashia?
It was just on the screen. You can put it back up there.
I got you.
If I'm understanding it right.
Let me put it back right here. There we go.
Oh, Gentiles are from the seed of Jacob. They're white people, not Edomites and Gentiles. Oh yeah, the middle one for sure.
All right, so right here, because we're gonna have to ask this question. So we know we all agree that verses 1 through 5, that's dealing with Gentiles, right? Those are people that went up north. But let's look down now.
Okay.
And the sons of Ham. We start right there, verse 6.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 6. And it reads, and the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan.
So you got Ethiopia, Egypt, the Libya area, and Canaan, right? So, and then you get all the other little nations that spring from them, the other groups of people. Are we saying now that those people is not Gentiles and that they what are they? What are they then? Because only Israelites is not Gentiles, according to how our culture view these things. So what are we saying? Are Egyptians, are they not Gentiles? Because it's clear distinctions between Israel and all these people. Fact. Edomites are considered even Gentiles. They're Hebrews, but they're still Gentiles because they're not Israelites. Israelite and Gentiles are non-Israelite. It's one of the definitions, according to these modern people.
Just like heathen, Elder Yashia, because
same word.
Same word. So anything outside of the covenant of Yahweh, and he only know Israel, you're a Gentile. Exactly. A non-Israelite. That's just what it is, fam.
Even if it's probably gonna be more Gentiles get into Israel. Most of the Israelites say they don't believe in the Messiah. So you're doomed anyway.
Yep. Doomed anyway.
All that because you're an Israelite don't get you saved.
Let me give them some more clarity. I think it's in Judges. Real quick. Right here. We're gonna read verse 2 for that brother. GK Judah, please.
I got you. This is Judges chapter 4 and verse 2. And it reads, and the Elohim sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan.
Who?
King of Canaan.
Go ahead.
That reigned in Hazor, the captain of whose host is Sisera, which dwelt in Harashia of the Gentiles. There you go.
There you go, right there. Your answer right there.
Great scripture, Elder.
My brother.
And we covered another one today in the 330 class dealing with the Philistines. All them Gentiles, bro.
Yes, sir.
Go back to Genesis 10 because I want them to see this. People got to start realizing how to bring this Israelites. All right, well, hold on. Wait a minute. I like this. He said that who said they was lost, first of all? Go to Hebrews 11, verse 5.
Hey, Edward Barber, I know my brother Elder Yashia, he about to deal with the stuff you saying, but you all over the place. First you just said this question, now you running over here. If you think we lost, why are you here? I don't understand that, Elder Yashia. If we lost, why are you here? You shouldn't be listening to lost people. We lost.
Yeah, you shouldn't be listening to us if we lost.
Jesus.
You know
what? Lost books. Where do you get that from?
Yeah, where talk about some lost books? Where that's
where is that from, my brother?
Let's deal with this topic, man. Then we ain't got no more serious questions. We can. I got you. I don't want to upset our people that's here all the time.
Yeah. I got you.
Verse 14.
Because he's the type of person, you know, how they do. If we would invite him on if he was on our link, so we can get him live and have him in the history books.
So the same Egypt that we now realizing that these people, Canaan and all them, is Gentiles. Look who comes through them in verse 14.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 14. And it reads, and Pethusium and Calusium, out of whom came Philistium and Capatorium. And Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Et.
Stop. Now, you're going to read down the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites. But I want y'all, it's two things I want y'all to see. See this word Philistine, that's translated Philistine in English. In Hebrew, it says Phalashe, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the same as in 1 Samuel 17. And in both times, it's translated Philistine in English. So the Philistines is come through Ham. Those is dark people. That's why I asked the question today in service. How was they understanding the Hebrew? How did they understand each other? How was they communicating? Nobody, they didn't have no translators or nothing. They was talking to each other, right? And so you look down at verse 15, you see Sidon. That's the same word as what is called Jezebel, them Zidonians. But they translated it two different ways in English. They caused the confusion. In Hebrew, it's the same word. Jezebel and them is Africans. The Philistines is Africans. Come on, y'all. Stop this foolishness. They Gentiles.
Talk to them, Elder.
Yeah, it's all in Hebrew. We ain't trying to make nothing up.
Nope.
And since we so lost, people just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't look like we lost.
No, that's right.
Sometimes people got to humble themselves to get taught, man. That's all that is. Regurgitating things they heard. Because these simple scriptures, one-on-one, man, you go in and find them, and they give you answers. Like Yashia NK Judah says, all the answers is in there.
It is.
You got to look for them.
Got to look for them.
So this is a sign when people state stuff like that, that's a sign that they're not that well studied and they don't know. That's why it's better to use words, maybe, my opinion, because when you stand on stuff, when you say something, you basically standing on it. And you stand on it by saying that. You was trying to correct somebody in the chat. And I seen that too. I seen it, but I just didn't say anything. And then you're wrong too, trying to correct somebody in the chat. So you got to be careful when you post something and think you know what you're talking about. Where it's all through the scriptures. It tells you who the Gentiles, heathen, and strangers are. So hopefully you humble yourself, my brother, and I'll take that as a righteous judgment that Yahweh said that we can give. John 7, I think it is a righteous judgment, and you take that and humble yourself, and don't tell nobody else that no more. With all due respect.
Absolutely. Facts. Well, I know y'all don't want this to drag on, so Elder Yashia, Elder Bear Walk. If anybody else don't have any questions, family, we thank y'all for y'all participation. We pray somebody got some understanding from this, from Elder Yashia, Elder Bear Walk. Like I say, they keep bringing refreshing information that a lot of us never heard, family. So we thankful to the Most High Yah and Yahshua for them, bringing these messages to us every week, even on their own platform. Make sure y'all subscribe to Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. I also support our sister Sagala on Wednesdays. She have her Bible classes where she edify the sisters. So y'all make sure y'all go and support her.
It's every other
Okay.
Wednesday, K.
Okay.
Judah. She
Okay.
does have just on the odd Wednesday, she has an all-woman study on Zoom.
Okay,
When they're
gotcha.
not live. If any sisters is interested in that, where it's just all women and they sharing their information privately with each other and topics and stuff, and it's on Zoom.
Okay.
And it's not live because it's their personal business. So
Gotcha.
she has that on the opposite Wednesday, and then on Wednesday she teaches. So it's opposite each week. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
So,
Thank you for
yes,
that,
sir.
Elder Belwap.
Yep.
Yeah, and I also support my brothers Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology on Thursdays. They have Q&A. So if y'all think they so lost, I bet you won't go hit that link. That's what you go do. Since they lost, go over there to Q&A and let's see if you can stand in the kitchen with both of them. Because sometimes you got to put y'all arrogance to bed. So go hit the link and let's see if you can challenge them with the information, because you say they lost. So let's see how lost they are on Thursdays when they do Q&A, and let's see if you can hit that link. Because some of y'all just talk too much, man.
It's an open Q&A too. We ain't rehearsed nothing. You got to know what you know.
That's right. So we love y'all, man. We thank y'all. I pray y'all enjoyed y'all Shabbat. A big salute to the Israelites worldwide and all true believers. Israel, follow the scriptures. You don't have to be hateful. Don't lie on the scriptures for your own personal gain, for your own feelings and emotion. Get your emotions out of the way. You can't get in the way of a program that was already planned in heaven before you was born. Man, you will lose your life playing like that. So Most High is not a racist. He is righteous in all his ways. Yahshua is the way, the truth, and the life. You can't get to the Father but by him. So we got a lot of work to do. A lot of you Israelites, you don't believe. You only believe the Old Testament, and then you want to throw away the other books, and then I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on, but I know this. If you don't get your mind right and come to the Messiah, you just a dead Israelite that wear fringes.
Yep. You're a dead lion.
You dead in the inside, spiritually dead. Oh man, nobody never died for us. Man, you dead. If you don't believe nobody died for your sins, after all what that man went through, you are spiritually dead.
I love it, y'all.
So that's it, man. That's all I got.
Corinthians 15, 1-4. You don't believe
Already.
it, forfeit your salvation.
Absolutely. So with that being said, man, we say peace and we say blessings. Big salute, family.
If I had to look you in the eyes, I don't think I could handle it. Tryna ask for it. It's not about me or my pride. I'm just tryna abandon it. Can't take a risk. Hands and knees shaking, voice nearly breaking, calling out your name. You know my heart and it's tearing me apart. I just hope you understand. Gotta fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? I ain't been my best. Father, please forgive me. Abba, can you heal my spirit? I'm in need of it. I know that I can handle this, been hurting, still I'm blessed. Time for strength, I'm done looking back, that's my old ways. I'll be moving on like a drag race. Take my hand, show me where the pathway. Fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Yeah, you gon' make it out. 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 You gon' make it out.
In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams, I want to thank y'all for coming to the Lions Den with the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. Let's get it.
It makes sense, did it?
And your brother K. Judah.
About Charlton Heston being
Mistake.
white already.
And the Yashiyah chopping it up. We want to say shalom, family, and peace. Big salute.
I want.